I typically write and record these videos on Sundays because it's a good time for me to get things done. Nico and I don't stream that day, I don't have my day job, it's perfect. However, yesterday got all weird because we were getting our roof repaired and then there was confusion about our meal prep delivery service. In any case, I didn't get anything done. And good thing too, because just when I was thinking things were going back to normal, we got another doozy this morning. So every week, I make a video detailing any video game news that interests me because although Nico and I play a lot of games, he has a tendency to be pretty oblivious to news about them, while I, on the other hand, am pretty obsessed with it. So here's everything I think Nico should know about in game news the week of January 31st, 2022. In another example of a big company acquiring a big well-known video game development company, Sony Interactive Entertainment is acquiring Bungie for $3.6 billion. Bungie is best known for Halo and the Destiny series of games. According to the press release, Bungie will be an independent subsidiary of Sony Interactive Entertainment, and their current focus is on developing the future of the Destiny universe and new worlds to come. Of note to me from the press release is the following sentence, quote, Bungie will continue to operate independently, maintaining the ability to self-publish and reach players wherever they choose to play, end quote. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of that video they made years ago as a dig toward Microsoft regarding letting your friends borrow your games. Things sure are getting interesting. Electronic Arts has announced multiple new Star Wars games developed by Respawn Entertainment, the company behind Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That was a really fun game, by the way. The first is the next game in the Star Wars Jedi series. The second is an all-new Star Wars first-person shooter, and the third is a Star Wars strategy game, which is also a collaboration with BitReactor, a newly formed studio founded by former Firaxis Games developers best known for the XCOM series of games. There's a new trailer for Team Ninja's Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. I cannot wait to play this. The new trailer is full of combat, story beats, and Frank Sinatra. No, really. Seriously, go watch it. There's also a new post on PlayStation's blog giving us details about new enemies, the job system, and 3 newly announced jobs, Red Mage, Berserker, and Samurai. You can read about them in the link in the description below. Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin releases on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 on March 18th. Elden Ring, the highly anticipated game from the creative mind of George R.R. Martin, developed by From Software, best known for their Souls games, has gone gold. Game Informer released a 4-minute gameplay video highlighting a location called Castle Morn, and there's a new interview on the PlayStation blog with Hidetaka Miyazaki, the creator of Dark Souls and developer of Elden Ring. In it, he discusses many aspects of this upcoming game, including its difficulty and the fact that it's an open-world game. Souls games are notoriously difficult and punishing. I've never defeated more than a single boss in any of the games. Sometimes I can't even do that. But there's been a lot of talk about the difficulty of Elden Ring since R.R. Martin's fan base may not necessarily be as hardcore as your typical Souls player. When asked about the game's difficulty, Miyazaki says, quote, in Elden Ring, we have not intentionally tried to lower the game's difficulty, but I think more players will finish it this time. As I mentioned, the player's level of freedom to progress through the world or return to a challenge later are all elements that I feel will help people get through the game at a more leisurely pace, end quote. We'll see, I guess. You can read the full interview at the link in the description below. The game looks gorgeous, and as a fan of the Souls games, even though they're too hard for me, I'll definitely be checking this out when it releases on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on February 25th. There's a trailer for the upcoming Halo television series that will be airing on Paramount+. I have opinions about television and movie adaptations of video games since the main reason I love video games is because I can participate in them. They are interactive. When you take that away, I lose most of my interest. This isn't to say that all TV and movie adaptations are bad or anything. There are some good ones, it's just not something that I'm into. Sonic movie, anyone? That was great. Anyway, this looks like it's worth a watch, and I don't think I would be allowed to call myself a video game fanatic if I didn't at least check it out when it releases on March 24th. Sea of Thieves premiered a 2022 preview event on their YouTube channel, detailing new plans for their next season and new gameplay modes that they're calling Adventures and Mysteries. These will be live, story-focused events lasting for a limited time and designed to create a richer world that feels more alive. I've only ever played Sea of Thieves once with Nico, and I really enjoyed it. I do wonder how this will work though, given that you can get ganked by other players while you're minding your own business, doing your own thing. This looks like fun though, and I highly recommend you check out the whole 22-minute video linked in the description below. And that's pretty much it for this week. Two other things of note: the new Pokemon game, Pokemon Legends Arceus, has released on the Switch, and Steam's Lunar New Year sale started and will end on February 3rd at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Rip my wallet. Anyway, join me again next week for more news and adventure. Until then, play lots of games and have an awesome week.